Hello folks, this is Grego in Florida. It's Tuesday, April 24, 2012. Who would ever thunk we'd have got this far without this planet blowing up in front of our faces? Well, that's what it's about to, that's what it's doing now, at least this country, with this Trayvon Martin thing. The tweets and Twitters and all the blogs and all that are really gone ballistic with this hatred for what's his name, Zimmerman, George Zimmerman. I even had a threat posted on one of my videos about Trayvon or Zimmerman. These people are getting, we're taking a huge step towards our downhill slide into a well, I can see a dictatorship coming up with all these threats on the internet. That gives the powers that be a good reason to take down the internet. And because this kid up in Mobile was beaten to within an inch of his life, I can see where that eventually it'll blow up to where guns are used, and they'll take everybody's guns away. They'll say, you people can't be trusted with guns, so we're going to take all your guns away from everybody. Of course, we know where that's going to lead, to the old adage that says, when guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns. So, but anyway, I see all this playing out that way. So I just hope you folks out there can cool it down, and let's wait till the trial, and let's let the authorities in Sanford handle it. Well, it's not authorities in Sanford anymore. It's been taken out of their hands. The governor has turned it over to a so-called special prosecutor. And as far as the beatings up in Mobile, cool it, folks. Let's wait until this thing is over. This is not justice for Trayvon. All you're going to do is get yourselves thrown in jail. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. So anyway, we had a big week of prophecy fulfilled this week, and we're going to get to it now. My little monologue is over. Let's get to the prophecy report. Luke 15 and 13 involves riotous living, but we don't really think of this as an end times prophecy, at least not directly, but indirectly I believe it is. In that this type of godless behavior brings judgment from the Almighty, and we've already seen a lot of that going on here in this country. Now, to read the article, it's keyword Secret Service Partied Play Club. That's Secret Service Partied Play Club. Play is spelled P-L-E-Y here, and you'll be able to read that article. By the way, it also reminds me of Luke 16 and 21, where what's his name, Lazarus was hanging out at the gate of a rich man, desiring to be fed from the crumbs that fell from his table. He wanted to just dive in his he wanted to dive in the rich man's dumpster and get a scrap of food. Well, on his way out, the rich man just totally ignored Lazarus. Didn't say a word to him, and just totally ignored him. Didn't give him anything to eat. Didn't let him use his facilities to wash and clean up and all the rest. It reminds me of that a lot. The government rich men. And it's not just the Secret Service. We've already seen that the GSA has been involved in this type of thing too. They're living high off the hog on the backs of the taxpayers. At the same time, millions of Americans, citizens, are unemployed, underemployed, or homeless, or all of the above. And the government just goes on their merry way, ignoring the homeless, ignoring the unemployed, and living high off the hog of the rich, just like the rich man in Luke 16:21. So it's indirectly, I believe it does show us where we are at. as a nation. And it's not a pretty picture, folks. It's not a pretty picture. Even the American church is ignoring these folks. They're not getting much help from them. Some churches probably are, but they're probably overwhelmed. I know that a lot of food pantries run out of food before the end of the month, before they fed everybody that they have need to feed. All right, we're going to move along to wars and rumors of. We got several articles here. North Korea's in the news this week. Keywords: rocket could fly 10,000. The full article reads, North Korean rocket could fly 10,000 kilometers. But you can get to it with the keywords rocket could fly 10,000. Okay, next article. India test fire first time. Okay, the keywords for the next article. Now this is wars and rumors of wars. Still. First group of UN observers arrives in Syria. Keywords: first group UN observers, Syria. You can get it either way by typing the whole title, the whole headline in, or just those the keywords I gave you. Now, Gog is popping up this week. The Gog-Magog War. And keywords are Israeli Air Force gearing up. Now the whole title, the whole headline is long, but I'll read it to you. It says, Israeli TV report shows Air Force gearing up for Iran attack. It says moment of truth is here, but you can get to it by using these keywords. Israeli Air Force gearing up. Okay, finally, the final article in Wars and Rumors of, why Israel may attack Iran before election. Now that's the entire article, but the key words to get it is why Israel may attack before. Now this next article I find to be very strange. This was the one I found early last week. And the reason it's so strange is because it concerns Jordan, which historically has been an ally to the West and friendly to Israel. Maybe not an ally, but at least very friendly. But then so is Turkey, and they're starting to, it looks like, starting to turn against Israel nowadays. But take special note of this article is not necessarily sponsored by Jordanian state government. It is rather a statement by a Jordanian cleric. But I do find it rather interesting in that it is possible that Jordanian relations with Israel may soon take a turn south. And that means go sour. And we say that here in America, when things go south, that means they get bad, for my foreign listeners. Article, not headlines, but keywords. Jordan will regain JLEM, that's Jerusalem abbreviated. Jordan will regain JLEM from. And this is a very, how should I say it? This is a very radical statement, for lack of being able to figure out a better word for that. No doubt Israel will take serious umbrage at this particular statement. You'll be shocked when you read it. Please go to that. Type in Jordan will regain JLEM from, and see the whole article. I'm not going to state what he says on there because that's hate, and I'm not going to get involved in that. Okay, Ezekiel 38 and 6. Now we have Gomer starting to rear his head in end times prophecy. Gomer is somewhat loosely associated with Germany, but they also have a rapidly growing Islamic population. I had seen another website when I was researching this that Germany wasn't Islamic per se. That must have been a number of years old article, because they certainly are. In fact, all of Europe is starting to get huge numbers of Islamic population. But there's a article proving my point here. That's the second article. First article for Ezekiel 38:6. German ship carrying weapons stopped near Syria. Now that's the whole entire headline. Type that in and you'll be able to come up with that article. German ship carrying weapons stopped near Syria. Who stopped it? I'm not sure. I think it was Israel that stopped it, but nevertheless. Islam. Now the last one in Ezekiel 38:6 is Islamists to hand out millions of Qurans in Germany. Yes, they do have a very huge Islamic population in Germany now, and it bodes ill for the whole world, because that means Gomer is starting to come into play now. Okay, more on Revelation 8 and 11, the wormwood prophecy. And of course this comes out of Fukushima. And two articles here. Fukushima damage leaves spent fuel at risk. So says, and that's a statement by a U.S. lawmaker. So the title reads, Fukushima damage leaves spent fuel at risk, U.S. lawmaker. Next article, new underwater images show damage at Fukushima. Let me tell you, folks, this Fukushima is not over. It's still spewing radiation into the ocean and into the atmosphere, and we certainly have the wormwood situation showing up here. And I don't think we're done with wormwood yet. I think there's going to be some more rocks dropped on the world from wormwood. It's some of those space rocks out there floating around that is floating around are probably from came off of or a part of wormwood, and its other things that are following with it. All right. And that's it for today. We've ran over time again. There's so much news. I do want it to be noted here that you will never see this type of material on the mainstream media. They will never talk about this. So if this is the type of material you're crave, if you're a born-again Christian and interested in end times material, this is the only place you're going to get it. Forget the mainstream media. They don't even know this stuff's going on. And they sure as heck don't want you to know that it is. Alright, that's it for this week's edition, folks. Remember to trust Jesus today, because you may not be able to trust Him tomorrow, because a space rock may fall right on you. Okay, trust Jesus today by get more details below. If you want to be saved, just click on See More, and you'll get the details out. The eagle is out. But if the good Lord be willing, I'll be back. I don't know when. Probably maybe the end of the week, maybe next week. That's it, folks.